Check 1, 2, check. Check.
You in a rush,
Check.
DDT?
Whoa.
All of a sudden you want to go.
Or we're doing like podcast gold.
Is the bourbon hangover wearing off finally?
Oh, no, it's not.
Well, you should finish your glass of water, dude.
We're doing podcast gold here, and we're not rolling.
Podcast gold.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
I have a
we're
list of
rolling on
topics. Welcome. We should welcome
Well, are we?
BJ
Welcome
to
back.
the show.
Welcome back, BJ.
Have we started?
No.
This is just a precast, or no?
Yeah.
We're not even officially doing anything yet?
We're
or we are?
rolling, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the Canada Post strike. Has anyone noticed?
Mm-hmm.
We have. No
I
bills, so it's probably a net benefit.
Aren't most of your bills like online now?
No. We get our paper bills all the time. The benefit being, if the bills don't arrive, you don't have to pay them.
That's not quite how it works.
Yeah. I'd be careful with that.
Yeah.
I've got a Duff's pick. It's called Land. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't say it in
No,
the precast.
don't
Got a
say
Duff's
it.
pick. I got JT's GST holiday for everyone. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Apologies to the Sens fans. Potentially, we could talk about JB's bizarre garbage cleanup.
Are
1
there-
month till Santa arrives. Are you ready?
How many
I'm not gonna get
Sens
to
fans
this.
are still left, man? I don't
Not
know.
very many.
69
69 cents
cent
fans?
dollar. Good
Ouch.
times, especially if you're doing anything stateside.
Yes.
I got a totally altruistic local business shout out.
We're not going to get to any of this.
And we've got Life on the Hill, DDT, anything new.
And we got to talk about the 80s. And
we could talk
and
about the 80s.
We'll talk about the poison thing,
Yeah,
too.
we'll see if you guys got the poison stuff done and what
No.
city and show we want to go see on the
I'm
tour.
out.
Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
You're out.
I'm out.
Out for what?
I'm not into the poison, so I'm out.
So let's talk about...
Duff, how are you?
I'm good. I'm disappointed if
JB?
you're already saying out. Welcome,
are ya?
JB.
Morning,
Good to
boys.
see you.
Been a long time,
Just,
man.
Yeah.
just so you know, we're back here at Scotties Corner Diner in Bell's Corners, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. For all you Podbean skis, we haven't been here a while, so we...
Season 5.
Season
First
5.
appearance at Scotties for Season 5.
Yeah.
Good times.
Season 5.
Quite busy. I feel bad. It's quite busy today.
You feel bad, DDT?
Yeah, because we're taking
Would
up
you
a
like to
spot.
apologize then?
I apologize for the injurious waste of time to the good listener, and I apologize to Scotty for taking up a corner booth at his diner on such a busy morning.
And why don't you apologize to me, because
Oh.
I introduced you guys to Nothing But a Good Time, 80s hair band rock series, and it reinvigorated our
cannot.
love of Poison, one of the greatest bands of all time. And they're on
Greatest
tour.
bands of all time.
They're on tour with a few
So-
other bands. And which show are we going to, boys?
None.
Super funny story related. Not really super funny. So we were just talking about the fact that
Mildly funny.
I'm going to the 80s Club show at Lansdowne on Tuesday night with a bunch of people.
Nice.
And that's like Honeymoon Suite, Flock of Seagulls, Men Without Hats, and the Spoons, which is anyway.
Can you say that?
I'm sure it's going to be terrible. It's
quite
right?
Men
Like,
Without Hats?
Not every band. Not every band.
I'm the only one here without a hat.
Is good when they're still playing. Anyway, all that to say, you were talking about this show about the hair bands.
Very quick shout out to JB for doing such a good job with the most childish, immature
Interruptions?
editor of the show trying to throw you, and you didn't miss a beat, buddy. Good job. The slurper, the interrupter.
Yeah, you just got to.
He's back in full form now that there's 2 of us.
I got a
It's
massive
going to be a hell of a
hangover.
show.
I've got a massive
hell of a
hangover.
show.
Massive
Anyway.
hangover, though.
We don't
So, yeah, we got to talk about you drinking alone. But
Yeah.
anyway,
No, my wife was there.
Yeah.
I don't
me.
know.
She was there with me.
Does that count as being alone?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Maybe.
so I've been watching this show because you told us to watch this.
Great
What's it
show.
called?
Nothing But a Good Time
Yeah, so
on Prime. 80s
nothing-
hair band.
Nothing
Basically
but a good
covering
time.
one of the world's greatest bands ever, Poison.
Have
Yeah.
you been watching it?
No. So
He's
I
going to.
haven't been watching that, but I started watching. Like I like mindless TV. So
Yeah.
every once in a while, I on Netflix. There's these car restoration shows.
Yeah.
There's
Seen
like
those.
rust to riches.
Yeah.
and Anyway,
They're
there's
kinda cool.
there's
I
a
watch
new
them all the
one
time.
called Tex-Mex where they go pick up cars in Juarez
Ooh.
and they bring them back to old El Paso or El Paso.
I think Old El Paso's the
Old
name
El-
of a
That's a company.
Old El Paso.
Anyway,
brand of food.
So they bring them back to El Paso, and then so ironically enough, they went and picked up an IROC Z28.
Oh, man.
IROC Z.
Yes, and then
This fits the
they
theme,
brought
I'd
it
say.
back.
Fits the theme.
They restored the car
Nice.
to like this shiny red and stuff. But who bought the car?
Poison.
Brett Michaels.
Ricky Rocket
Nice.
Oh, Ricky Rocket.
from Poison, the drummer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I tell you,
it was just really funny, and they were talking about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tour and blah blah blah.
Here's the
Back
thing.
on tour.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. Duff says in a previous episode to watch this on Prime. I go to Prime. I find it.
Is it not on Netflix?
No.
It's on Prime.
Prime.
Oh, is it really?
But it's not
Yeah.
on Prime. It's on Paramount Plus.
Which is super annoying, I realized. Yeah.
So
Yes, please.
I do
Thanks
not
a
have
lot.
a subscription to Paramount Plus, and I didn't want to start their 7-day free trial, although that is a money-saving hack tactic. Yes, please. For my hangover, more coffee.
I don't know if you should be dehydrating yourself more.
Yeah,
Is
coffee
this-
doesn't help with that.
Oh, it doesn't? I know. I got a
Thank
glass
you.
of water.
Thanks.
Thank you. I've got a glass of water as well.
But you're not drinking your water. You're
I
just
have
having another coffee.
I will drink the water right now. So I go to. I'm not. I know. Maybe I should do the Duff hack.
What? Which
of-
is do the 7-day free
do-
trial
and then cancel it.
You binge it
to
all.
watch it.
Yeah.
Here's a question: why are the '80s such a big thing?
Hmm.
Because everybody seems to be like stuck on the '80s, right?
Probably because it was the last great decade.
Probably.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because looking
Wouldn't
back,
you go back? Wouldn't you personally go back to the 80s over?
I would.
Over the 2020s.
I would.
I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
would too.
it was a good time.
Nothing
it
but a
was.
good-
it was
nothing
nothing
but
but a
a
good
good
time.
But so, what are our kids going to look back on 20 years from now, 30 years from now, whatever? Are they going to look back at the kind of the Taylor Swift era and go,
No. No,
and
they
that
won't.
it's different, right?
Well, Justin
is,
was there.
Is it different?
My daughter, yours might feel the same. They fondly remember. Well, my daughter fondly remembers pre-cell phone years, if not months, and how good it was before everybody got a phone. I think some of them might recall that, but if they've been born within the cell phone craze, there's
Definitely
no way
not my
they will not have a
my
good.
youngest son.
They will not have a good decade to look
No.
back upon. Sadly,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Very true.
My daughter remembers going to hockey tournaments and stuff when kids actually hung out and did things.
But
Yeah.
there was
well, they
so
hang out,
much-
but they're just all on their phones.
if you look
not the
back,
same.
like the car,
I know it's not the same.
Yeah.
the cars were cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
The music was just nutty.
Yeah.
Was
right? You-
great.
You, look back at all these bands. The technology,
Was simple.
remember the
effective.
the yellow Sony Walkman?
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it was such a signature thing. And
Yeah.
then we had the Discman and
Yeah.
right?
Video
like just
games were cool.
there's like a whole
Commodore
bunch of video
60,
games that
Commodore
were out.
64.
The
Yeah.
the arcades.
Okay, we're gonna do an episode on the 80s.
I love the arcades.
I loved arcades.
We'll do an episode on the Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Was that the name? Frig,
yeah.
that was my favorite
Yeah,
video
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez. Did you guys watch the fight?
No, I did not mean to bring it up for that. We're
I
not
was gonna
talking
watch
about
it, but then I was a bit drunk and
We-
passed out.
I think we might have to intervene, man.
That's
No,
a lot,
like
actually. I
that
didn't
was
know
the
he-
night that my neighbor. Remember, I couldn't go to your cottage because my neighbor had, we were gonna go and then we weren't, and then my neighbor invited me over with
Oh.
a bunch of other
Yeah.
neighbors. Well, it got a little out of hand and got a little bit too much to drink, and I was gonna watch the fight, but of course they're the main card, so they're not on till much later in the evening.
So I I watched 4 hours on Netflix,
Yeah.
and I made my way through all the fights because I hadn't watched boxing.
What were the
in-
other fights? Normal fights?
Yeah, there
Regular
was
fights.
It was a full card.
there was two. So there was two guys starting off, and then two other guys that fought, and
Some
then
women too.
and then there's these two women,
yeah.
and it was like It was vicious.
Was this like?
It was vicious.
Was
That
this
was like
regular boxing?
that was
fight?
the fight of the night, man.
Cat
It was
fight?
unbelievable.
UFC style or regular boxing?
No, this is actual boxing.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't remember the last time I watched boxing.
No, I mean neither.
Cat fight, eh?
It couldn't have been that crazy.
and then the oh yeah, it
just
was
from punching.
just brutal fight. Anyway, so then obviously Tyson and Paul come out, and then their fight, and it went the distance, which was eight 2-minute rounds or whatever.
It was brutal.
And
Everybody.
both of them seem to be holding back. Like if you've watched any footage of
No.
Tyson sparring,
Yeah.
like he would have probably destroyed him. And then
Yeah.
during the fight, he was like, he wasn't taking his typical like knockout punches.
No.
He'd go, like you'd see him go if you watch
But
the
also,
replays.
I heard that he was out of shape apparently too.
He
He
looked
was
out of shape.
He was not out of shape.
He's 70 years
Well,
old.
people. No, he's my
60.
age. He's 58.
58.
58. You're 58?
No.
So they were saying
He's a year older
they
than
were
me.
saying he was off balance, and if you look back at the video, you can actually see. So Paul takes
Oh
a
my
swing.
God! Wake me up when this is over.
No, 5
So
seconds.
Tony Gabriel.
Paul takes a swing,
Duff just removed
and
his
then
headphones.
and then Tyson kind of goes down, which he would normally get his uppercut knockout
Yeah,
punch,
yeah.
and then he would go to take it, and then he'd hold back, and then he'd stutter step because he didn't do what he was normally doing. That was a good one. You didn't even sip that. You gurgled that like wine
You
in your
keep
mouth.
talking about stupid topics that aren't even on the list, JB. I'm just gonna.
Was it Tony
I'm gonna
Gabriel?
chat with Brianna's replacement.
I haven't been. Well, that would be fun actually. See, she seems really nice. I haven't been here in months, man. Let me go. Let me loose. Set me loose. Anyway,
Well,
it was a
Turn
disappointment.
me loose.
There you go. There's
Turn
another
me
one.
loose.
So if I don't get an answer from you guys within the next 3 minutes on the city
No.
and
I
the
I
date
said
of the show we want to go see for the Poison Tour,
Okay, so
I'm moving on.
Where
I'm already
are
out.
where are the shows?
I can't recall right now. I sent you guys the link. I'm sure you looked it over thoroughly.
I'm out.
Why would you not want to do that? I thought you loved Poison.
I hate Poison. They're not like a real
That's not what you said before. I thought you really liked them. No?
metal band.
you go for the experience. It's like when I went to
No.
Blues Fest and
No.
I went to see Motley Crue.
Right.
Like he can't sing.
Yeah.
He can't sing anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
But
But
what
it
I'm
was
saying is
but it was so entertaining.
I didn't like
Yeah.
And it was
Poison
the
in the
crowd.
80s.
So, but look, so for the Poison Tour, there are other
it-
bands on this
Well,
tour.
who are
I
the other
real-
bands?
I can't remember, but they were other main names that you'd probably like.
Let me Google that for you.
It wasn't Quiet Riot. Fact checker back. There we go.
Fact check. Fact check.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
a bunch
that's
of,
what we need.
and you know what? There was a. I don't want to go to Toronto though. That's the thing, right? There was a Toronto tour date, and everything
So,
else was
oh
stateside.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus was
Oh
on
wow.
the tour.
Lots of
Wow.
places.
Def Leppard, Motley Crue,
you
Poison, Joan
go.
Jett, and the Blackhearts.
You hear that?
Holy crap! When
Well,
are we going and
I
where?
was never a big Def Leppard fan.
Okay, JB's on it. Thank you.
Was never a big Def Leppard
How can
fan.
you not be a Def Leppard fan? What's wrong with you?
And-
Pass the sugar.
You drink too much.
And
Which
Poison Def.
Which brain cell was it that,
Poison
that made you
definitely
stop
not,
liking
I was
Def
trying
Leppard?
to pour sugar on myself, but
Pour some
nobody was
sugar on
getting
me.
it at all.
Pour some sugar on me.
Now it JB's
No,
got
no.
it. Yeah.
I just said it. Pour some sugar on me.
Yeah, a little late, but that's fine. JB, where are the shows? Is there not one in Charlotte, North Carolina? That's the one I say we go to. Direct flights, Syracuse to Charlotte for like $50.
Why don't we drive?
Drive to Charlotte?
Road trip.
Road trip.
We probably only have a couple days, I'd say.
0628.
Oh, perfect. End of school. End of the year. June 28th, Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay.
I did not realize that Def Leppard and Motley Crue were there as well. I've just seen Motley Crue, but it was hilarious.
Good times then.
Now, if you had said
How would you?
Iron Maiden,
How can you not want to see Def Leppard?
Iron Maiden,
How
and
could you not want to see Poison? Every rose has its thorn, man.
God,
That's like the best power ballad of all
rose-
time,
it
as
is-
voted by
It is probably.
Rock Journal, I think.
But then the other 50 songs that they're going to play are going to be pretty
I
bad.
bet you they'll only play like
Exactly.
their top 5 or 6 songs, which are all awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
You don't think so, eh?
No.
Nothing but a good time.
no.
August 8th is Toronto.
For
No, it would
real
make- no, it
metal
would-
fans
Well,
like myself,
I'll tell you what would make that show
Poison was a joke back in the day.
better. Billy Idol. If he was added to that list, it'd be
Yeah.
epic, and we'd go.
Well,
for
you remember
sure.
I saw him in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
And he still sounds good, doesn't he?
He sounds fantastic.
Yeah, good.
He sounds fantastic.
If you said Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne, AC/DC,
Iron Maiden would be a
Rat.
good show just because of the stage
Tesla.
stuff with Eddie and stuff.
You got to watch
Yeah.
the series, dude. You'd love it.
Tesla, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
you had said them.
Duff's pick for DDT is still that series, and he's too cheap to watch it.
I might just have to sign up for the 7-day trial.
Yeah, because
So-
it's 3 episodes.
So it's
Boom,
not
boom.
on
Oh, is it?
Prime. Where did you watch it?
But is it ongoing?
Well, this was our topic last week, how Prime screws you because there's like 3 subsidiaries in there of Prime.
Yeah.
There's like Paramount Plus, there's this, there's that.
There's the horror
It's
one.
on one of the other ones.
The
So
horror one.
Wait, so you have that one?
we have it because we are also big Yellowstone fans, and the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a-
There.
is that a
Spit
good-
it out.
is
Use
that
your
That's
big
the
boy
one.
words.
Is that a good
DDT.
show?
It's fantastic. Great series.
We
man.
were watching Yellowstone.
Great series.
And then they came back.
Yeah.
One season, and then it was like, nope, it's
Yeah.
on Paramount.
So now it's stuck.
It's like,
so
no,
we got it
no,
for
we're not
that,
doing it.
and we're continuing it until it's over, and we'll get a bunch of bonus content in the meantime, such as nothing but a good time. So how about this, boys? Canada Post strike. Have you even noticed?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so I haven't gone to get my mail actually in
My,
about a week. So
it does not mean, Duff, as you
If I were
mentioned.
you, JB, I wouldn't worry about it because there'll be
there's
nothing
nothing
in there.
there.
Yeah.
It does not mean that you cannot pay your bills, as you mentioned.
If they send you a bill
Yeah,
and you don't get it, how are you supposed to pay it? I'm not going to guess at how much it is, right?
you can look it up.
You gotta-
online.
you gotta get the
these
bill.
days. You can look it up online.
You go online,
Nah. Well, we don't subscribe to that.
Yeah,
get
we
ours
don't
in the
either,
mail.
actually, yeah.
but
so
you don't
yeah.
have to subscribe to that. You can still kind of log online.
It's an
into your-
amnesty period.
into your account.
I don't want
Yeah.
to. I
If
don't
you
want
don't
to
get
sign
it,
up.
if you don't get it, you don't pay.
I'm not signing up for another online thing.
So we're gonna take all that money and do something else with it. Probably buy Poison concert tickets.
Go down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And flights
North
to
Carolina.
Charlotte.
yeah.
Okay. American Air or oh my God, what's the other good one?
Con
we
Air.
used?
Well,
No.
That's such a good movie.
Delta was the good one out of Syracuse. We took.
Steve Buscemi was fantastic in that movie.
Yeah, he was good.
So
he
funny.
was good. That could be a Lanark pick. Con Air.
Ooh, I didn't have a Lanark
Hey,
pick for
that
this
could
week.
be a Lanark pick.
Con Air.
Con Air.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
that would
Steve
Definitely
Buscemi,
be a
Nicolas
Lanark.
Cage.
that would fit the bill.
It would.
That's not in the mail.
Lanark.
Anybody see
Lanark
Gladiator
pick.
2 yet?
No. Don't even know what Gladiator 1 is.
Has anybody seen Dune 2?
Yes.
How was it?
Does anyone have any opinion on JT's GST tax holiday?
Yeah.
I have no opinion.
My opinion is that it's dumb.
But you do like a break on taxes, don't you?
I like
Who doesn't like a break
you had no
on
opinion,
taxes?
JB.
I like how
You had no
have
opinion.
No, I have
There's
an opinion
Scotty,
on
I'm
his
just
response.
waving to Scotty.
Oh, good for you.
Who doesn't like a break on taxes? But for the no, I was waving at.
DDT loves awkward moments, so
Who
he
does
waves
not-
at people all the time.
No, it was one of those ones. You wave at somebody
Yeah,
and you
someone
think you're
else saw
looking
the
at you.
wave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they think you're looking, and then you're like looking around.
Seems to happen to you more than other people.
it does.
though.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
The tax part, the taxes,
There's a bunch of angles there, right? From a business owner's perspective,
business owners.
from a bribe your vote perspective, from a
well, for the
consumer's
business owners,
perspective.
it's a
Yeah.
pain, right?
I bet it is.
Because
yeah.
they've got to change some things, and like I was talking to a guy at the convenience store. He owns a convenience store. He's like, "This is BS."
Well, the
basically.
biggest pain. Imagine
It's
you
dumb.
have a nice, weekly flow of revenue coming in,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, a force outside of your control, right?
Scotty.
Like the
I mean,
Borg
Scotty.
Collective, if you wanted to give it
Justin.
a Star Trek reference,
Yeah.
comes in and says, "Hey, we're gonna, save you 10%." Wow! Starting in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
we were talking about this before. the
nobody
pod-
shops in 2 weeks then.
that's right.
before the pod. No, so
December
yeah, so I'm
14th.
obviously I'm going to wait.
December 14th.
Have you seen the full list? Is it? I didn't even look. Is it food mainly? Is it?
It
what is
it's
it?
a range of
That's
things,
the bizarre
including
thing.
video
That's the
game
bi-
consoles.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a range.
But
a
they try to
range of
sell
stuff.
it like it's a big, basic food thing, and you don't friggin' pay taxes on food in the first place.
Depending.
Like, what are they talking about?
Depending on what the food
Depending. Go to No Frills and buy your groceries. How much tax?
No,
do you
I
pay?
know that. That is, but at convenience stores, you would on some things. And,
yeah, sure,
Tim
if it's
Hortons.
not
It's also
food.
on restaurants,
Yeah.
right? They're taking it off the tax on restaurant.
I don't know.
But like here in Ontario, for example, we have the integrated, right? It's HST, right?
Correct.
Harmonized sales tax, right? For them to change things
Oh
in
my
their
God, I don't
point
even
of
know
sale
how that would work.
systems for the harmonized,
Well, that's what we were
that's
talking.
so difficult.
That's what we were talking about ahead of time, right? I was saying, well, these systems should be programmable and easily changed because tax rates change, right?
No, but
Yeah.
he
But
has,
having
the people
s-
have to go in and do that.
Well, I know, but then having it, but as you said,
And
first
what
of all,
is,
it's
what
it's
isn't.
1 month, and then the second thing is that it doesn't apply to everything. So then
Exactly.
you have to go and sort of mark the individual items.
That's right.
At the point of sale.
yeah,
So
and that's why
Yeah.
they say that's way too much.
I sympathize. Yeah.
I mean, I think the thought and the heart is in the right place, but with a lot of things in life, I don't think that maybe it was thought out more.
Well, then it's only for 2 months, right? Then you got to go back.
Is it 2
change
months?
it all? Yeah, it's from
Yeah.
December 14th to February something, and then you
Okay.
got to go back,
Good way to
and
stimulate the economy in a way.
redo everything, and then not only that, he's giving us a $250 check to everybody
Oh, God.
if you make less than 150K per year.
Wow.
So, how much is that going to cost the government?
Will it get them elected?
Well, yeah.
The balance will budget itself, as they say. Right?
I don't know, man.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The balance will budget itself.
Budget. No, the budget. I think the bourbon is still at play.
No, remember I said that a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
The
on
balance-
purpose?
The balance will,
Oh,
will
okay.
Balance
budget
the
itself.
budget itself.
I missed that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But the budget will balance itself.
I actually,
According
my,
to
my-
Freeland
my
and
blood pressure
JT.
actually rises when we have conversations like this. So I just threw it out there for you guys. I'm going to try to take a back seat on it.
Well, we moved on quickly
No, I
from
think-
the postal
I-
stuff.
I
So
think-
just for
I
the
think we're done.
just for the
Good.
Podbeansky,
Good.
one follow up. Just for the Podbeansky,
Yeah.
you might know it in your country as the VAT, value added
yeah,
tax,
yeah. Yeah,
which every like
It's
UK
not much
has
value
and
added,
stuff.
though, is there?
Yeah, but the problem, like I was told by somebody that, hey, why do you put the tax on top? So if you say it's a $99.99 for something,
Yeah.
that's the price. But then you've got to add the tax.
I'd rather
Whereas
it
in
was
other
inside,
countries,
yeah.
it's already on. So
I'd
you'd
rather
be
it
paying
was in,
113,
yeah.
whatever the case may be.
Helps with
That's
the
what the
math.
price would show.
You'd
Yeah.
really appreciate it, DDT. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Being a math genius
Yeah,
myself, yeah.
Math isn't your thing.
A lot of things are not my thing.
Yeah. How about the 69-cent dollar? Is that your thing?
That is definitely not my thing. Is it 69 cents?
It's
Really?
rapidly approaching 69 cents.
Oh my
It'll
God.
be a new low over the last few years.
I'm
Wow.
getting killed.
It's only been into the 60s apparently 2 other times in this decade.
That's bad.
And you
Yeah.
want to go to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, so here's the thing to think about.
How much will flights be? I'll
do
look at that while you guys are.
Go on Expedia and crank it out. You'll
I'll-
be amazed.
I'll
Can we
just do
say
Flight
that?
Center.
Can we
Uh,
say Expedia?
The last time the dollar was in the 60s, the good thing was prices in the States were still ridiculously low. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you were
That's
to go
true.
Yeah, so if you were
Yeah.
to go to the States on a 70-cent Canadian dollar, if a hotel in Canada was $100 Canadian, a hotel in the States would be like $45
Yeah,
American.
exactly.
So you were actually still benefiting.
Yeah.
The problem today, DDT, as you
Yes.
may well know,
I know.
it's dollar to dollar the same damn posted
Price.
rate.
Exactly.
So you go to
Yeah.
the States now, well, obviously a nice hotel in Canada might be $200. A nice hotel in the States is $200.
$200 US.
Like minimum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know where I really
do the math.
find the hit?
That could be a new segment.
Do
Do
the
the math.
You know where
I gotta
do the math.
You got to
Yeah.
go.
Oh.
I gotta do
Just like that.
washroom break.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You know where
Well, I
I
thought
really...
you were just going home and leaving DDT with the bill.
Yeah, exactly. Sticking me with the
Oh, there you
receipt.
go. We're down a fact checker call-ins, so
Yeah.
hold your calls.
It must have been really... If he had to leave the podcast for that,
You know
must
what?
have been really...
He called it, though. He said in half an hour, these onions are going to have an effect on me.
But he didn't have the onions.
Oh. Well, you said in half an hour something was going to happen. Maybe it was us.
We have the
Listening
effect
to
on
us for half an
Exactly.
hour would have an effect on
Well,
him.
he started off with the Tony Gabriel. So, but
Oh,
anyway,
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
You
a
know where-
bigger deal than we think.
You know where I really find what really hits
Where's
me
it
in
hurt the most?
the Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Oh, God.
A medium coffee is
I knew you-
$3
I knew you would
US.
say that.
You remember my you remember my avocado toast?
I know.
Okay.
Well, let's do the whole math for the Podbeanski over in Romania. Canada, medium coffee, $2 Canadian.
Not even.
Not even. Well,
At
roughly.
the MCD,
Yeah.
$1.35.
Sure. $2
their new price.
Canadian max here.
Yeah.
U.S. side, nice coffee.
Yeah.
But it's medium, same size, $3 U.S.
Yes.
Do the math.
Do the math.
Probably $4.20 Canadian for that coffee
Exactamundo.
versus two. So that's 100% more.
That's
Anyways,
crazy.
and that's not the only thing, right?
And my avocado toast
Yeah.
again at Dunkin's.
Yeah.
It used to be about $6.50,
Ouch.
$6.50.
Yeah.
Now it's $9. Also,
$9 U.S. for avocado
Yeah.
toast.
also shrinkflation.
Ouch.
You used to get 2 pieces of avocado toast, or maybe they just cut it in half
Yeah.
with nice little tomato on top.
Yeah.
Now it's just like one lonely piece of limp-looking avocado toast.
Nobody likes that.
No, I'm
a
like
limp,
"Wait."
a shrimp-flated limpy toast.
Exactly. Little bit of
DDT,
avocado on
I
the
plan
top.
to go to Lake Placid a few times this winter
I
because
know
I
you're
got
going
my
next
ski
week.
pass. I'm
Yeah.
heading down on the weekend.
I might. You want to have a
Probably
lunch
not.
or something?
Probably not.
No.
No, I see you enough. And my wife definitely doesn't want to do that.
It's your anniversary, eh?
So this is what's going to
Wait
be.
a second. That's your anniversary.
No.
No, that's JB's. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
My bad.
But thank you
My bad.
for wondering when my anniversary is.
Well, I was going to ask you because you said you got married twice.
Well, hang on. Let's get back to this for one
Oh, okay,
second,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I'm doing all these trips a little differently this year.
Right.
Okay. I used to love crossing the border, hitting Dunkin's, grabbing my lunch, dude. Make
Yeah.
a real holiday of it, even if it was just one day only.
Yeah.
But guess what I'm doing this year?
What?
You know how much money I'll be dropping in the U.S. when I go down there?
No clue.
Probably a tank of gas because it's probably still cheaper. But I will do the math first, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab my coffee in Prescott.
Yeah.
I'm going to pack a lunch.
yeah.
And I'm going to have a blast on the hill, and I'll be turning around and coming home.
I think the price of gas the last time I was down there was $3.45 a gallon,
Do the math.
which worked out to about $1.35 per liter.
Yeah, so it's still cheaper, right?
A little bit.
Yeah,
We're still
not much.
Not much.
Not
No.
much.
We still talking about the dollar?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the 69-cent dollar.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Not much cheaper.
If you gas up in the evening here in the burbs,
It's
I've seen it around
$1.35.
$1.39.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when you do,
$1.35, eh?
yeah, a couple times it has been. When you do the math on my daughter's tuition and room and board,
Yeah.
etc., in the States, it comes out to a pretty penny. You're adding about $5,000-$6,000
That's pretty brutal right now.
to that cost.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna stick to the list here, DDT.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how I can send you guys little messages and it really throws you.
Yeah, that threw me off. Especially with the hangover.
I don't even want to. You know
The
what? I'm going
hangovers.
to apologize to you and the Sens fans because I don't even want to talk about the Sens. It was on our list as apologies to Sens fans, but why? I don't think they
God.
deserve our.
That's
chatter.
why I was drinking last night.
Oh,
I started off watching the game at my dad's
we're
house.
going to talk about it, folks.
Okay. They were down. I leave my dad's house, middle of the second period.
This is game
I'm like-
5 of a 4-game lose. Like the next game
Yeah.
after 4 losing games.
Yeah, and I'm driving home like, I'm out of bourbon. I better go pick up a bottle because I think I might need it. So I stop on my way home, pick up the bottle, and listen to the radio. Of course.
This is definitely becoming a concern, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's also becoming
It
a
is.
Tony Gabriel.
It
Yes.
is. So
Keep going.
It's a double whammy.
in the third period, do they make a comeback? Comeback in quotations.
Are you buying nice bourbon still, or are you getting the
No, I was
cheapest
getting-
bourbon possible
I was getting
now?
the nice black cherry. You'd
Okay,
like
good.
it.
Yeah, but the
actually.
second you start just buying the cheapest stuff
Black-
possible, that'll be another sign.
Black cherry, is it flavored?
It is Jim Beam. Yes, it is.
Can we say Jim Beam?
No, I just did.
I don't think I don't. Why would I like that? I don't like
you
bourbon
like
at
the
all.
no, but it's sweet.
I like my peach.
You would
whiskey.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would like
Peach
this
Crown
bourbon.
Royal is the bomb.
But
man.
you would like this bourbon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Is
Anyway,
is it sweet though? Or
It's very
cherries
sweet.
aren't really sweet.
it's sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I
sweet
don't know.
as
I
what?
just what?
Sweet as what?
I don't know. I just
Sweet
started
as a good Poison song? No.
No.
Okay.
Highly disappointing Sens season.
But yeah, like it's just spiraling. Can they go lower? Probably.
We were all expecting
Probably.
way more. There needs to be
Every
some,
year we expect way more, and
there
every
needs
year
to be some kind of dramatic change.
Our expectations were pumped up this year. Though.
for the
Yeah.
last
Hyped up.
at least 3 years they've
I'm
been really
disappointed.
pumped up.
Yeah.
For the last 7 years they have not made the playoffs, and for the last few years it's all happened in November.
Oh,
Every single time they go on this
Yeah.
big losing streak in November,
Yeah.
and then they're out of it by December.
I can't handle it.
They're in second last place in the division. Only Montreal's worse.
Oh God, they slipped that far, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, mind
Montreal
you-
lost 5-0 last night, which was helping us stay
Yeah.
afloat. But
Staying above last.
That's brutal.
Mind you, apparently only 4 points
that's
separates.
that's
a
another team
playoff
that should be
spot.
doing way better.
No,
Yeah.
Montreal.
no, they're
After
really
so
bad.
many years, yeah.
Like,
Well, they made the finals randomly like a couple years
Well,
ago.
that was during COVID,
Yeah,
right?
it
When
was
they,
weird.
yeah, that,
Yeah.
yeah. But they, the Sens, I don't know what it is. They look disinterested.
Yeah.
They don't play defense. Like there's no back checking.
they have little bursts, but they're not consistent
The
at
only
all.
the only player that's doing, even the captain, Kachuk.
Giroux. Giroux's the consistent
No,
guy.
no, Giroux has not been good this year.
Not been
He's
good.
been giving
He's-
the puck away.
Yeah, the efforts there.
Although he did
maybe.
score last night, but Strudel,
Yeah.
Stützle?
he has been
I don't know.
like he's been their best player, most consistent every night. They need more guys playing like him.
Yeah.
But so
He cares.
again, you didn't want to get into this, but let's talk
Not
about
really.
goaltending for the Sens.
oh.
Like Allmark has been abysmal.
Well,
with the salary that they just gave him.
look at every goalie that comes to
Yeah.
Ottawa.
Graveyard.
Now they go on. Korpisalo's got better numbers than Allmark.
It's
Where's
brutal.
he?
They traded him to Boston for Allmark.
Oh, okay.
Brutal.
Talbot, not Talbot. Yeah, Talbot.
Like some of the goals
Better
he's letting
numbers.
in, they're just
Gustafson,
like-
better numbers. The goalie out in Seattle, better numbers. Like, come on. It's
some of the goals he's letting in, like my
He's
son's U18 friggin' house league team. Would
Yeah,
probably
there's been some
stop.
weak
Like,
ones,
it's
but-
unbelievable.
But there's also
Nah,
he's been
I
like
don't
if he hasn't played the way he has, that's the scores would have been like 6-2.
For Ottawa.
No,
Oh.
The
Oh,
other
you're
team-
saying you're backing him up here.
I'm backing him up.
Yeah.
Like he's getting peppered with 10 Bell scoring chances on him, and
You're-
he's making 10 Bell saves.
Yeah, I
You're-
don't blame it all on
You're
him
backing
either.
up who?
Allmark.
Yeah.
He hasn't been playing up to par. He's letting in some weak goals, and
Yes,
that's
but my-
discouraging as a team,
It
right?
do-
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Like
the
your
team
your
down.
goalie needs to stand on his head. The defense need to be
he
strong.
can't stand on his head every game, and that's what they require
Well,
him
he's
to
not.
do.
He's not
And he
standing
can't.
on his head on any game. But he should
The other
be
night-
standing on his game.
The other night
on his
against
head every game.
Vegas,
Every now and then you'd like to see that.
the other night against Vegas, he stood on his head.
If you're gonna
And
have
would
they
have been a
still
wor-
lost.
if
yeah.
if you're gonna have momentum, and you're gonna go on a win streak, your goalie has to friggin' win
But their
you a bunch of
defense
games.
is so terrible. Like I said, there's no back checking. There's poor changes at the other night. You see it. Like two guys are going off. They lose the puck in the neutral zone. Instead of getting back and back checking, two guys just saunter off.
So what do you think? Like yet
And it's a
another
3-on-2.
coaching change?
Well, they just hired him, gave him a 4-year contract. I don't know about that.
Was it yet another coaching change?
I don't think
Because
so.
he was like a no-name, right? Like,
Well, that was a disappointing hire.
yeah,
He's not a no-name.
we
but-
were expecting like a big name for a
Oh,
change.
they wanted Berube, but
like put Ottawa on the map for something other than hockey losses.
oh, it's so bad.
I don't know.
I mean, and
Anyway.
then they play Calgary tomorrow night. Calgary's been on a bit of a roll, and they have one of the best goalies in the league, rookie goalie Dustin Wolf, I think is.
All right,
Dustin.
what else you
something?
got? I'm
Anyway.
getting
You
heartburn
guys keep
from
talking.
the hockey.
I'm
Yeah.
looking up our trip to Charlotte, boys, for the Poison concert.
So where's the closest airport?
Charlotte.
Is there one there?
It's a huge hub So when we flew to Orlando back to watch Canada in June, we flew through Charlotte, and it is the most beautiful airport I've ever seen, and it's a hub for either Delta or United. I can't remember. So super cheap flights. So how about this, boys?
Charlotte, is it the Charlotte Douglas International Airport?
I think so. So how about this? Ooh, there's a cheap one.
When is it? June 6th?
I think it was 28. I just picked a random weekend here, boys. This is what it would cost you. Round trip from Syracuse to Charlotte, and 2 nights hotel stay. 700 Canadian.
Per
total.
person?
Per
Or
person.
for all of us?
Per person. 700 for all of us. Can you imagine? All of us? Holy cow.
I've got
Even DDT would actually go. If
Where
that
do you
was the
see
case.
with the hotel included?
You have to do a package, man. Do a package on Expedia.
Okay. That's a nice T-shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I don't even know which one it would. Oh, yeah. Oh, the dog. Love it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, it's so ballparking it.
I'm
Just
not going.
budget.
That's a lot of money.
to see Poison.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
then you got your ticket, and then you're going to have to buy drinks. We're going to have
It's
to...
$1,000 weekend.
We're going to have to
Yeah,
have
it's $1,000
supper
weekend. You're
and
telling
stuff.
me
How-
you guys,
Like I said,
you guys
I'm out.
don't spend $1,000 in a weekend?
I'm out.
Not normally. Unless I'm going to Costco for groceries for the week.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm out.
you don't do the Costco trip that weekend and come up with another $400.
I'll say it once
Done.
again. I'm out.
You gotta live a little, DDT. It's sad.
I don't like Poison.
Where do you,
You
buy
can't
the,
plan ahead. And
Where do you
save
buy
a
the
couple of
tickets?
bucks.
How much are the tickets for the show?
I haven't even
Probably
got that far.
ridiculously expensive.
I'm gonna wait till I get more commitment from you guys, especially DDT. Like his maybe right now is not doing it for me.
Do you think these guys should be still playing, going on tour and stuff?
Probably
Some of them
not.
in there in their 60s.
No,
and
probably
So
not.
it
stuff.
it really depends on the band. If you look at I was talking to somebody about this earlier this week. So Taylor Swift obviously is doing a massive world tour, and she has a guest every once in a while. So Mick Jagger came on, and they did a duet of Satisfaction together.
Oh God.
He's like 95, but he's still fantastic. A couple of years ago, I went to Kingston and saw Ringo Starr and the All-Star Band.
Yeah.
And I saw Men at Work. I saw the guy from Journey. I saw him, obviously, Ringo
Yeah.
Starr.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal. He's
Yeah.
freaking 82.
Yeah.
But then you look at Motley Crue,
yeah.
and their singer is
Vince Neil.
incomprehensible. Like
Yeah.
you can't understand a thing he's saying.
Yeah, but
Tommy Lee's fantastic,
yeah.
right? So
They don't even have the original guitar player, right? Because Mick Mars, he's got some
No.
health issues, so
Yeah.
he wasn't out.
well, no kidding.
And then there was like this thing where it came out that they weren't actually playing their instruments.
Yeah, like Def Leppard sounds fantastic, but Bon Jovi terrible.
Yeah.
Like he can't.
Oh, the new Bon Jovi's
he,
no good.
He can't sing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
So it's really dependent on the band.
Yeah.
Like some people can sing and just kind of.
But should these guys hang it, call it a career?
I think the nostalgia.
When you get to a certain
the
age, like
nostalgia factor
65?
would be pretty fun.
But if you're
If you're
still playing
65.
well, why not?
age shouldn't matter if you're good.
I
Like
don't
the
know.
show proved, I think Poison would be highly entertaining
Just
in this
retire.
concert.
They probably need
Just
money,
because
though.
you're not sure
Right.
if you want to go DDT doesn't
No,
mean you have to
I'm-
be
I
so
am sure.
negative right now.
I am sure.
I'm pretty sure that I'm starting to
I'm not
not want
going.
you to come with that attitude, but I know you're still considering it. And
I am sure I'm not
So the
going.
tickets aren't for sale yet. I don't think. So I'm trying to
Okay.
find some tickets to get an idea.
I'm
but-
guessing $50, man.
Well, no,
It's
no,
not gonna be
no.
sold out.
So
No?
the 80s club thing that
Yeah.
I'm going to on Tuesday
That's
night.
$50?
That's
no, they
here,
were $80
yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
$80.
Yeah.
Ottawa's
Wow.
desperate for stuff like that. If they're playing a decent venue in Charlotte for 3 nights in a row, I can't see it being that expensive.
3 nights in a row.
I'm guessing. I think they do a bunch in each city.
I don't think it'll
It
be
would-
$50.
It would be a fun
Probably
show.
40 or less.
I'm back onto concerts after the
Yeah.
past 2 years with Blues Fest experience.
Good
Like
for
I
that.
said, if you had said Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne,
I'm not even sure you're
Uh,
invited anyways.
then maybe I'd consider it. Tesla.
Tesla has like one song.
No, they got a bunch of great songs.
They got like one song.
Name me that one song.
I don't remember.
Couldn't
See,
tell you.
it's that
See?
bad.
Couldn't
No.
tell you.
You
It's-
weren't a real fan.
It's that bad. I was never a Tesla fan.
I know. That's what I just said.
Iron Maiden would be a good show, but we already talked about that. What else you got?
Oh, I love Iron Maiden.
Life on the Hill, DDT. Anything
Oh,
new?
Life on the Hill.
We're about to wrap it up, so you better get your
Wrap it up.
your Hill update in for us.
Wrap it up.
What are we at time-wise?
Oh, about 40 minutes.
It's 11 o'clock,
Okay.
dude. We've been here since 9. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
That's
but
because
we
we
had
took we took a long time with breakfast.
Yeah,
I
With
think.
his negativity, it's
And
a
then
lot.
there was cleanup in
Yeah.
aisle 5.
Yeah, true.
with you spilling the coffee everywhere.
Darcy made me spill my coffee.
DDT.
DDT. What are you blanking out at 4:30? I see your little notes over there.
That's
Oh, that's
that
the
from
old
today?
one.
That's
No,
okay.
there's one from today.
that's an old episode.
What are you
Yeah.
blanking out from today?
Nothing. The
Like-
12:15 fact check.
So, for example,
you're adding a
if
thing.
I was to say the Olympics, then he'd have to mark that down.
I was thinking of too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or Super Bowl
Yeah.
or WrestleMania. Can
See,
you say
that's why I don't like when JB's
Or
here.
the Arius tour.
Can you
See,
the
I don't like-
Eris tour? Yeah.
Eris.
Can you mention? Can we say WrestleMania?
Arius?
I don't know about that one.
Are we gonna have to cancel like the past 30 seconds?
Probably. JB, you're not invited back to the podcast anymore.
No.
Life on the Hill.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Life on the Hill.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
I don't know.
Yesterday was Friday was crazy.
What's a typical busy day?
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
For you.
Well, you might have the leader of the bloc speak. You might have the leader of the NDP speak. You might have a couple of ministers come to the mic. Busy days are the cabinet
This is in
and
like the
caucus
hallway,
days.
like in the hallway.
Is this-
where
foyer,
is
yeah,
this
the foyer?
at like
The
at
foyer.
Parliament Hill, right?
on West
On the
Block.
hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
The foyer.
You might have busy days are caucus and
When's
cabinet meetings.
When's the renovation done?
Not for another 10 years at least.
When's the
10.
Christmas break
Yeah.
start?
December 17th.
Oh wow, they go late. I thought they were
Yeah.
done like December 1st.
No.
Hmm.
Friday was a pretty crazy day, though. I was scheduled to be on the Hill, but something came up, and I ended up at the Ottawa courthouse on Elgin Street
Yes.
for the verdict of the Freedom Convoy, I guess organizer, if you will, Pat King. Man, that was nuts.
Was there a
Nuts.
lot of people like outside?
Oh,
and
there's
all
like,
sorts of
you
stuff,
know,
or-
A lot of
we're
supporters.
fake news. Oh, yeah.
You're fake news
Yeah,
telling
we're
you
fake
that?
news. Yeah. Everybody yelling at us, fake news, shame on you, blah, 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 blah.
Really?
Yeah. It was fun.
It was
It's
an,
fun.
an adventure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hmm.
If you go online, you'll see it. It's out there.
Did we
Like,
see
they're
you?
taking- yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to be there to cover that. It's just craziness.
Will we see you with a big camera on your shoulder?
you
sort of
will.
thing?
You would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, I don't understand that though. Like, actually, we were talking to one of the guys that was there, and he's like, "Oh, really? It's just for show. You know, we call you guys all this." He goes, I
Don't take it
apologize for that."
personally.
Yeah, he's like, "I apologize for that." Blah blah blah. Don't take it personally. And then as soon as Pat King comes out with his lawyer, fake news. He's yelling
Oh my
at us. It's
God.
like-
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
that's quite funny. It was
No,
good.
Who's watching that? Like, do people really care about that topic, you think?
There's
2
some
years
people. I mean,
later?
it was. Well, they've got two more. I guess they have Tamara Leach to go.
Oh my gosh.
And one other.
Yeah, because
Chris
I
Barber.
personally couldn't care less. I'm
Yeah.
glad you do it, though. I guess somebody does. It's a good job for you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But being on the hill would
Nice
have been better.
assignment.
It was
Yeah.
outside. The courthouse was outside. It was a
Yeah.
pretty rough day. But Fridays on the hill are pretty dead because question period happens in the morning, and most people don't show up. So that's your parliamentarians. They want to get the hell out of Dodge, get back to their constituency or their
For a
families
weekend.
For a weekend.
You think
yeah.
people fly far away for
Oh
those?
yeah, like we were talking about that. They're saying that that somebody that lives out in like
Vancouver.
Timbuktu or whatever, they got like if they're in BC and
Yeah.
they
We have-
represent Fort Nelson or whatever.
We have
it is,
MPs
Prince
that live in
George,
Timbuktu.
Wow.
Timbuktu.
They'll literally head home for the weekend, though?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. That's why they'll leave early Friday and
Yeah.
get back to their home and like at the Saturday
it's like a
morning
6-hour
or something.
flight, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, well, that was riveting. I'm glad we brought that topic up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'd rather talk poison, but
It was like a Tony Gabriel.
you
Should
guys
we-
would
should we
rather talk
talk-
about the hill.
Should we talk garbage?
Oh my gosh! Circle back to that. Where is it?
We just did
JB's
talk garbage.
No. JB's bizarre garbage cleanup.
So here's
Tell us about it, JB.
Here's the thing. So we bought a cottage a couple months ago on a nice little lake on the Quebec side, and I'm all about, having a clean environment and protecting our lakes and stuff like that. So on the property that we have kind of close to the waterfront, like scarily close to the waterfront, there's kind of an abandoned dock in one spot with a whole bunch of
Duff is out.
large metal posts and
Duff is
then-
out, just so you know.
Yeah, he went to the washroom.
You guys.
Number 1 or number 2?
I'm going to guess number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Go on.
Anyway, and then there's these 8 large metal drums that are kind of off to the side that, we kind of noticed when we were buying, but, I had it on my to-do list, like I'll eventually kind of get to that and clean them up. So, I went down and a few weeks ago and just kind of spent some time looking at those, and there's like trees growing out of these large drums. Like these are 55-gallon drums. They're huge drums.
Yeah.
And they're not movable. Like they weigh a ton. They're essentially full right to the brim with stuff.
Jesus.
So
That's
I
crazy.
tried to move them, figured, how would I attack this and so on. So I kind of was able to tip one off to the side away from the lake and cut it open with a Sawzall.
Oh.
And the bottom is full of garbage.
Jeez.
So it's like cans, old plastic containers and stuff. So
yeah.
based on some of the stuff that I was able to find, which, I sent you guys pictures of,
Yeah.
old Coke cans,
Yeah.
old bottles of whiskey.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. I was hoping it would be full.
No. But one of the bottles actually had liquid, and I kind of opened it up, and
Yeah.
I was able to smell it.
Yeah.
And it actually smelled like alcohol.
Oh, really?
But, I'm not going to taste
No.
like a half full bottle of, whiskey. So anyway, I was trying to figure out what the date was. So I was able to actually date some of the items on there by looking them up online to the mid 60s, early to mid 60s.
Oh, wow.
So
That's cool.
The cottage that we bought was renovated in 2010, but it was initially built in 1964.
Wow.
So anyway, you have these 55-gallon drums that I guess over time, like organic matter has just kind of settled in there.
Yeah.
So the top 1.5 feet is about organic matter, which is like sand and trees and ground and earth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the bottom is all garbage.
Jeez.
So essentially, I'm cutting them open, opening them up, and I'm sifting through this slowly to try to get rid of all the.
Yeah, so what are you doing with the garbage?
So the garbage I've been actually putting in
Like bags and stuff?
double, tripled plastic bags because
Yeah.
it's like I'm talking about like glass and like pointy, rusty crap and stuff like that. So I have like
Oh, you're back, eh?
I have probably
God,
like
what did I miss?
10 large garbage bags full of
That's crazy.
1960s
People
garbage.
just dumping stuff in there.
And where are you keeping all this in the meantime then? In your garage at the cottage?
I don't have a garage.
You're just keeping it at your cottage?
So the big metal drums that I've cut open. So
You
there's
should burn it.
there's 8 of them. I've done 6 of them so far. So the actual drums themselves, I put at the corner of our street kind of thing because we
Hoping
have
somebody
garbage
picks them
pickup.
up.
And then so there's like what's called cumbersome garbage pickup on the Quebec side. Say they come once a month and they pick up
okay.
like the big things.
They'll pick up all that
So I'm
crap.
assuming that'll get picked up, but I still don't know if I put plastic garbage bags at the corner of the street if they'll pick that up or not. So right now they're just kind of off to the side until I
Well,
figure
good
out
for
what
you.
I'm going to do.
It's better
but
there than in the lake, right?
It's brutal.
Even if they
so,
don't take it.
So my we don't
yeah.
have a well there, right? So
Yeah.
I'm pulling from the lake water. So
right.
when we got the cottage, the water wasn't potable. So I actually had to shock the pipe system with bleach.
Yeah.
And then I installed a whole filtration system.
Oh,
So
you
I have
did,
like a heavy sediment, fine sediment, and I have a UV light that I installed. So and I got the water tested at a lab on the Quebec side, and the water is like perfect now. But
How much was that?
But
But now you've
which
stirred
part?
up all the contaminants in the lake.
The all that equipment to do that.
Well, so I
Money doesn't matter.
honestly I ordered most of that on Amazon. It's like $5,000 or $6,000 if you get it done.
Yeah.
I ordered all the parts on Amazon, and I think it probably cost me like $500.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, did it all myself. Again, I got the water
Cost
tested. It
saving
was
hack.
perfect. However,
Business plan. Go around to your neighbors and say, we'll do it for $3,000.
those
Exactly.
things
Half price.
test for things like E. coli and all sorts of bacteria and stuff like that, but they don't test for chemicals.
Ah,
Right? So
Right.
like rust and all of that stuff might be getting into the water. So
yeah.
there's like
PCBs.
myself and probably 5 or 6 other cottagers in that area.
Yeah.
And then, the lake association tests for water quality.
Yeah.
But again, the water quality is for bacteria.
Right.
Not necessarily chemicals. So anyway, so I've been spending like probably the past month of this 2 months that we've owned the cottage
Working.
just cleaning up stuff,
Testing
and
chemicals.
getting rid of.
Hence the multiple invitations.
Oh,
labor.
yeah, because he wants us to
Labor.
help.
No, I don't want
Exactly.
labor.
Yeah.
I don't want.
That's
I
it.
don't.
Now we know the real reason.
I don't
why-
make the
why-
people that come out to my cottage unless
Oh, really?
unless I need help with the dock.
Don't forget your hip waders.
Or shoveling.
You didn't shovel hardly at all.
My God.
I scared the living
Bejesus.
bejesus out of you,
Yeah.
but because you thought I didn't have a snowblower. But
Oh, poor
But yeah.
DDT.
Yeah.
anyway, so it's been an adventure. I've been trying to get you guys up there
That's all good,
for
JB.
for a sleepover and hang out, and we can do a podcast from the cottage,
We could pick some drums out of the lake.
Yeah.
and then we can,
Put a dock in.
I can
Or
show you
two.
guys our outhouse and all sorts of stuff like that. So it's exciting.
Outhouse. What about in-house?
I'm kidding. We have a bathroom.
Anything left on your list there, DDT?
You had
So-
the list stuff.
Actually, I have a question. So
Yeah.
you used to do environmental stuff,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So I opened essentially what these time capsules are,
Yeah.
and I was
With
they've
far less PPE than I may have wore.
they've been there.
For those that don't know, PPE stands for personal protective
I
equipment.
didn't
Very
wear
good
I didn't
DDT.
do or wear. I wore gloves.
Gloves.
Mask.
I didn't wear a mask.
Goggles.
I
Goggles?
have glasses on. I don't need goggles.
True.
But
Steel-toed boots.
But it's like a couple different things, right? Like, just I mean,
Hazmat
there's
suit.
there's glass bottles. There's like all sorts of stuff
Yeah,
in there.
it's
But
everything.
But like at a simple thing, it's been there for 60 years,
Yeah, so
sitting in
that's-
wet climate.
yeah.
I pulled out
Yeah.
2 straws
Oh,
that
yeah.
that honestly looked. I think I texted you this.
Yeah.
They looked like I just pulled them out of the package and dropped
Yeah.
them on the ground. They look
Yeah.
like they have dirt on them.
No degradation of any kind.
None in 60 years.
Well, how do you know they were from 6 years ago? Maybe that was DDT and his ice cap, and he just dropped it in the lake.
Well, I'm doing. This is like an architect.
Well,
like
first
an
of all-
so it's
archaeological
within
dig.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, I don't drink ice caps.
Nobody's asking you.
Second of all, I have not been to JB's cottage yet.
Like it's layered, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like it's you can see.
You can
it's
definitely
like,
see the
it's like
era
a dig.
it's from.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Did
cool.
it have a Tim Hortons label?
There
on
was
it?
there was no Tim Hortons. I
And
found
it's
I
under
found
the water. You're digging down under.
no
the
no
water?
no no
Oh,
no.
okay.
So these are on
the shore. Oh, okay.
But 2 of them. So essentially these.
I'm picturing JB's archaeological dig with tarps and retaining walls and
Well, they're 55-gallon
Pumps.
drums.
Pumps.
yeah.
And the bottoms are completely rusted
That's
out.
wild. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just all flowing right
And there's
in
still
there.
stuff within it with no bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's wild.
it's full. So
well, good for you for
um,
taking it on. I hope your neighbors appreciate it. Like, maybe you can get a kickback
I was
on
saying
the
that
fees or
his,
something.
his neighbor is probably going to come out with the
So-
dock.
no. They,
spikes
So here's
they-
here's a cut section
Yeah,
of
yeah,
one,
yeah.
right?
That's
So
wild.
the top part is all organic matter.
Yeah.
And then the bottom is just broken glass, old Coke cans, tab,
tap. Yes.
a bunch of tab cans.
Tabs.
Like it's
Somebody thought it was a good idea, I guess.
That's
eh?
wild.
Somebody thought it was a good idea to put that in drums. Put
Well,
it in
they-
the lake.
who knows, eh? Maybe they imposed the garbage limit back then. And
Like
then
today?
It forced the residents to just take
Maybe they didn't
disposal
have-
into their own hands.
Maybe it was so new they didn't have garbage disposal.
Yeah.
so
maybe,
this
eh?
is what it looks like on shore, like from the other
What's
side.
that look like?
It's funny, eh? That I would, and that's near your property.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, that's kind of at the edge of our
That's
at
funny.
the
They
edge of our
sit
property,
there so long with nobody doing anything, eh?
and nobody would clean them up.
That's weird.
Like
yeah.
it's honestly shocking to me that somebody would just be okay with that
Yeah.
staying there.
Just for the aesthetic,
Like-
like the view alone, right? Yeah, I see why. Okay, I see why you
See
would
that?
do that.
That's like that's why I'm dealing with it, right?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
like you don't want to sit on your water's edge looking at that.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of off to the side.
Yeah, but still.
Like
yeah.
I have a neighbor who has had their cottage
Yeah.
as a family cottage there since the early 60s. They've been there, and
Yeah.
I'm telling him this weekend.
Yeah.
He came out to say hi, and I'm like, he said, "Oh, what are you working on?" Because I was covered
Yeah.
in,
Oh.
in dirt.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Well, I'm cleaning up those barrels," and he goes, "What barrels?"
Never noticed
Oh,
them.
I never saw them.
You maybe never come down to your little corner of the lake.
But it's
yeah.
it's just weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like people don't.
Nobody cares,
No.
maybe.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild stuff, man.
Anyway,
good for you.
it's been an adventure,
Yeah, good for
but
you.
I'm looking forward to having you guys up there, and no labor,
We'll get there.
at least the first visit.
Yeah.
I've already done enough labor.
You do work hard up there.
Yeah.
You're more of a winter laborer, I find.
Well, summer, winter, it's all good.
No, mainly winter.
Well, it was fall though. I think last time, or was it spring? We put the docks in. I can't remember.
No summer.
No, it was. Was it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was spring.
Yeah. I think it
Probably
was
spring. Docks going in the
But
spring.
yeah, we had to. So I had assembled these 4x8 docks,
Yeah.
and then we had to carry them down
Oh,
my Canadian Shield cliff
My
of a
God.
property.
that was.
That was an adventure.
Oh, God.
Right on.
Anyway,
All right,
Yeah.
boys.
what else we got?
I got nothing else.
What's
I got a Costco trip awaiting me.
what's the plan? I'm going to Costco as well. I gotta go check out cell phones.
Oh, God.
Can we say that?
Cell phones or
Costco's.
Costco?
If that's
Costco.
all you got to do, why would you go on a Sunday, is what I would say.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Do it midweek, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's like what's
Knock off early from work one day, head over.
midday during the week.
Midday, midweek.
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
So when we go now at this hour, you give me the cutoff sign?
Yeah,
there?
I did.
You don't want to talk Costco?
No.
If we don't go together, it sucks because basically I end up dropping my wife off at the door, and then I will park out on the road because there's no spots left.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we go this late on a Sunday,
Yeah.
thanks to you, DDT, that's what I have
You're
to
welcome.
do.
That's a good point. I'm not going to go today.
I wouldn't go
I'll
today,
go
man.
another
I
day.
seriously wouldn't.
You're welcome.
But
I was kinda-
I will support the plan of going there for a phone. We just bought one recently for one of the children, I think.
Yeah, my son's
a good deal.
My son's phone has like the back glass is
Yeah.
cracked, and he's
Yeah.
got like pixels missing on the
Yeah.
front. So
we did the same thing.
So
Yeah.
we're doing like a Christmas upgrade where
Very nice.
I'm getting a new one, and then I kind of
Oh, you too?
I kind of no I'm getting a new
Oh,
one,
I
but
see.
then
You
I
bump it down.
I bump it down. Yeah. Everybody
Nice.
gets
Riveting.
you get an upgrade. You
Wow.
get an upgrade.
Riveting.
And you still have the
podcast
best one.
Stuff.
You get an upgrade, and then I get the best
This
upgrade.
is
Nice.
riveting.
That's
I
car
manage-
coffee.
I manage all this stuff. I configure it. Cop car coffee. Is that shut off? Are we done? Are we done? How about now? Are we done now?
That was.
How about now?
Oh, that
That
was
was.
a good show.
Are we
That
done
was a
now?
good show.
Bad. At the end.
I had fun.
There's
It's
a few
nice
there's
to
a
see you
few
guys.
segments
Bad.
that dragged though. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun for sure.
I've been
Yeah.
overwhelmed with the cottage stuff for the past 3 months.
We
so-
know.
So it was a good opportunity for you to share. DDT, your job was boring as hell, as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting something more than that.
I
but-
shouldn't have brought it up.
No,
but
because
No.
he wanted to hear about the.
it was a good test.
The
We'll
scenery, I guess.
We'll see what the
on
listeners
hill.
think about life on the hill.